Hi everybody, welcome to my first ever solo Let's Play. This is my channel Ninten brand, where I'm going to be playing through games and also giving my thoughts on some other games that I don't play through on this channel. So I decided to start with Mother 1, specifically the 25th anniversary edition. I have never played Mother 1, but I very much enjoyed Earthbound. So I wanted to give this a shot, and also, you know, my channel's name is Ninten brand. Protagonist here, his name is typically known as Ninten, so I figured it was appropriate. So you can actually name them whatever you want, and there's not a don't care option like there is in the other games like Earthbound and Mother 3, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with the canonical names. So this girl, for example, her name is Anna, and I'm just looking this up because, again, I haven't actually played this game for any substantial amount of time. So those of you who don't know anything about this game, maybe you've heard of Earthbound for the Super Nintendo. That's become kind of a cult classic, and this was the predecessor to that game. Earthbound is actually known as Mother 2 in Japan, but this game never came over to America, at least until pretty recently, actually. So this part there is no canonical thing, so I'm just going to put in my own answers here. So yeah, this game, Mother 1, it was officially released in the US finally just a few years ago on the Wii U. And it's known as Earthbound Zero, but this is not that version. Okay, this is actually a different translation of the game and also an updated version of the game. Let me go ahead and read this real quick. In the early 1900s, a dark shadow covered a small country town in rural America. At that time, a young married couple vanished mysteriously from their home. The man's name was George, the woman's name was Maria. 2 years later, as suddenly as he left, George returned. He never told anyone where he had been or what he had done, but he began an odd study all by himself. As for Maria, his wife, she never returned. 80 years have passed since then. Alright. So we have control now. I am playing this on an emulator, because again, this is a fan translation, but it was done by a professional translator, and it's also an updated version in the sense that the graphics are updated. So this isn't exactly how it looks on the NES. If you want to see how it looks, I definitely encourage you to play the Earthbound Zero official release from the Wii U if you happen to have access to a Wii U. I played that version for a very short amount of time, and I basically remember none of it, so I'm basically going into this completely blind. But there are other changes made to this too. Like, this is an NES game, so it hasn't aged super well, for at least from what I understand. So this does kind of smooth it out and make it a little bit easier even. So I don't know what's going on here. It looks like we have our first battle against a lamp. Alright. So a lot of this is very similar to Earthbound. This kind of menu in the battle system, so I'm a little bit familiar with it just from there, because I have played through Earthbound. Not Mother 3, but only Earthbound. And if you've never played any of these games, this might kind of look similar to Undertale, which Undertale definitely took inspiration from this series. It's kind of a comedy RPG in that same way. Okay, so we beat the lamp here. So I'm not sure. Okay, we can just walk through the door. Again, I'm not sure exactly where to go here, so I'm just gonna kind of walk around, fight these guys. Even though this is an updated fan version of the game, the Mother 25th Anniversary Edition, I still expect it to be decently challenging because it still is an NES game, and Earthbound is decently challenging. You definitely have to grind in a lot of spots if you want to keep up. And just also a note about my audio. I don't have a pop filter yet. It should be coming tomorrow actually. So these first few episodes might, I apologize if there's any harsh sounds, but that should be taken care of in the coming episodes. So this girl is saying, brother, it's like our house is falling apart. Wah! Alright, so this is our sister, apparently. I definitely miss using the L button in Earthbound to just check things automatically instead of having to go into the menu every time. All I do remember from when I first played this game on the Wii U was that it seemed very similar to Earthbound. Like, it kind of seemed like the same like story beats, same like type of characters and everything. Obviously just much less refined. It was kind of like the Demon Souls to a Dark Souls, right? Where they're similar in spirit, but Dark Souls is obviously much more refined, right? And they seemed even closer than that, honestly, right? So we beat the doll here. Starting to get a little bit low on HP, but we did level up. So we have guts, speed, status, vitality, IQ, HP, PP. We leveled up again. Wow. So that doll gave us a lot of experience here. So yeah, there's a lot of little things like this. I actually do have a fast forward button here, so I can go ahead and fast forward, and I also have a rewind button. I just did it there. There's nothing really to rewind. Like right here you can see the mysterious phenomenon has stopped for now. So just to show you the features I do have, I don't really plan on using the rewind or anything like that, or even the fast forward. Maybe if I end up having to grind off camera, then I can make use of those features. Like, see, we can go a little faster with the fast forward. And I have some turbo buttons too, but I don't think that's going to be super useful in this game. So, are you okay, Ninten? What on earth happened to our home? I'm so scared. If only your father were here now. The phone, could you get it, Ninten? So this is kind of a running joke in at least the first two games of the Mother franchise, is your father is only ever heard on the phone. I don't see how we can get this. Maybe we have to talk to him instead of check it. Yeah, there we go. Ninten picked up the telephone. Ninten, hello, son. I see. Sounds like it must be some kind of poltergeist. I'm not sure what to do about it either. But your great-grandfather did study psi at one point. Perhaps there's something in the basement that helped. I know I put the basement key somewhere, but I can't remember where. Anyway, you're our only hope, son. Now is the time for an adventure. Go forth, Ninten. Protect us all. Click. Oh, I meant to talk to her. See what she says here. Are you okay, Ninten? Alright, so she said the same thing. So you'll notice that our special moves here are called psi. If you've never played this game at all, so we have telepathy right now. If you've never played this game or Earthbound or any of the games, you might at least know them from Smash Bros. You might know about Ness and Lucas in Smash Bros. And their moves are PK Thunder, PK Fire, etc. And that's because in Japan, that psi ability is known as PK, whereas here it's just known as psi. But in Smash Bros, they went with the Japanese version of it. You understand animal talk, right? Then here's the hint. Try checking me. Woof. Alright. The basement key hangs on the dog's collar. Ninten took it. Oh, cool. So we can go back in here and go to the basement. If it ever seems like I'm kind of moving weirdly, it does seem like I have a little bit of input lag. Again, I'm playing on an emulator. I'll have to check that on my end. It's not really a big deal here because, you know, this is an RPG, so it's not like we need precise inputs. But I do feel like I'm moving a little more slowly because of it. and it might just be because it's an old game. So we just got Gramps' Diary. We got a cracked bat, so we'll try to equip that and see if it's better. And a bread. Ninten took it. So we have a very limited inventory system here. You can see we only have, it looks like maybe 8 spots, maybe even 6. So we can try to equip that. Let's see, how would we do that? I don't think it's on stats. I should actually try to heal before I leave if possible. Okay, we got that. Maybe we just have to go to use or give. No, that's if we have party members, then we can put it in their inventory. So when you get more party members, you get more inventory. Alright, so we equipped the crack bat. Let's see, our stats say offense is 13 now. And I don't think we had any item before, so it's probably better. So it's probably better than nothing. So I'll just go ahead and leave that on. I don't know how we heal here. I think in Earthbound you usually would talk to your mom. What did she just say? Let me rewind. You're much braver than I ever imagined, but I can't send you on a journey so famished. I'll make you some pizza, son. Eat some and scoot up to bed. Yep, okay. So this is how we heal. And she said pizza because I put in that my favorite food is pizza. So whatever you put your favorite food in is right there. That's what it will be. Alright, so let's just keep going this way. We'll go ahead and read this sign. Ninten's house. I really don't know where to go, so I'm just gonna kind of walk around here. I do have a guide like at the ready, just in case I get really stuck and I don't want to wander around forever here. I don't know what's going on with the graphics at the top and bottom of the screen. I don't know if that's because of the emulation or the hack, or that's just how the game was. North Cream Puff Zoo, South Mother's Day. Jeez. I gotta be a little bit careful here because I know we probably are able to wander into some areas that we're not supposed to be in yet, and we could die pretty quickly. Let me just go ahead and go see what's over. I never went to the right of the house, so let's see what's over there first. I don't know, just go ahead and fast forward a little bit here, just while we're walking normally. No harm in that. So yeah, I mentioned that this is my first Let's Play on, my first solo Let's Play. I have another channel called Mr. Game & Beard that I run with my cousin Rob. So if you want to see me play games with somebody else, you'll check us out over on Mr. Game & Beard. I'll have links to that channel in the description, of course. Man, this guy is dodging all of our attacks. We actually started that channel about 4 years ago, and we just recently revived it. He has his own channel too, so go check him out at Giant Bearded Face, all one word. And while you're checking other people out, we also often play games with Camatello. He is my brother, actually. And I hope to have him on this channel at some point, and he's definitely on Mr. Game & Beard. So you can check us out over there. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my dear little peepees gotten lost. If you're going into town, please tell the mayor for me, okay? Sniffle, sniffle, sob. It's actually Pippi. I was just trying to be funny. Don't worry, I know it was Pippi, not Pee-Pee. So nobody's in there. Alright, we might need to go right, but I'll go down and see what's down here first. One thing I just noticed there was that we had a random encounter, actually. We didn't see that guy on the map. He just attacked us. That's different than how it is in Earthbound. Earthbound doesn't have any random encounters. You can see the enemies on the map, which is really nice. It looks like we don't have that here. And you know, it's an NES game, so I can forgive it. Did a poltergeist attack your house? One tore mine apart. So let's go ahead and check some of these houses up. These flowers block me, I always forget. Just using the fast forward a little bit here. So don't worry, the game isn't freaking out or anything. I'm gonna try not to do that because I like hearing this music. It's some very peaceful melody, but I do get impatient sometimes, so I might go ahead and fast forward. You didn't just come from the cemetery, did you? No, I didn't. So like nobody's in any of these houses. I don't think I can like go in them. Check. No, I can't. If I press up, it doesn't do anything. Don't really have any other options here. I'll just keep exploring, see if maybe there's one we can go in, talk to these people. Canary Village is northwest of here. You should definitely go and visit it. Admission is free. Okay. Northwest, so that's gonna be back like towards where it first was. Animals have suddenly gone violent and the dead have arisen. What should we do? I'm so scared I can hardly breathe. Huh. So I don't think we can go in any of these houses. Maybe we can go in the inn, but you know, I don't... Oh, I have a map. Wow, I didn't know that. This might be an edition of the 25th anniversary edition. I'm not sure if there's a map in the original or not. It's a pretty rudimentary map still. There's no like location names. So it's not super helpful. Okay, and if I press select, this is what comes up. Alright, what was I just checking? Oh, our HP. So we're at 29, so I don't think I need to go into the inn. Maybe I can go in here though. I never know if I should be talking or checking. Will the zombies take over our town too? Please say you're not a zombie. Are you? Yeah, dude, sorry. Yeah? You're a stupid zombie head. Ah! Wonder if that'll have any ramifications, or if it's just a little funny moment. Alright, if you hear hammering outside, I'm really sorry about that, but there is hammering happening outside my house. Let's see what this sign says. Looks like we can't go this way. Whoops, probably should check that. West, Mother's Day. East, Thanksgiving. So I wonder if like all of these towns are named after like holidays. Maybe not all of them, but some of them at least. By mayor's orders, no one's to cross this bridge until martial law is lifted. I suggest you use the bridge to the east of the zoo instead. Okay. One thing I don't know is because I'm using a different translation than what the official translation is. I don't know if like if I look at a guide, if the names are going to be different. So that might be something I need to look into. So I got this guy again. Trying to use Psi to see what telepathy does, but it looks like I can't actually use that. Maybe that's an out of battle ability only. I'll have to try to use it out of battle and see what happens. Our PP, that's what determines how much Psi we can use. So that's equivalent to like your MP in Final Fantasy or your FP in a Mario RPG game. This guy's actually decently strong. Alright, oh, and we learned a new Psi power. Let's go see what that is. Life Up. Okay, cool. Life Up Alpha. So that should repair our HP. So let's try it. Yeah, went back to full HP. Awesome. Let's see what telepathy does. 10 tried telepathy. Nothing happened. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what that does. Maybe I'll have to look it up later if I don't find out, because we couldn't use it in battle either. So the encounter rate seems very low, and I do think that's an addition from the anniversary edition specifically. I believe that the encounter rate in the original version of the game is much higher, and I think what this anniversary edition has done is decreased the encounter rate but increase the XP you get so that you're not under leveled. I'm not positive. I mostly just looked for you know, the community's recommendations on which version to play, and this was pretty much the overwhelming opinion, was that this is the best version, unless you really want that authentic experience with the original, which, you know, personally I'd rather have the better experience than the authentic experience. When I tried originally to do the authentic experience, I didn't get very far. I swear it just said that we learned a psi power. I was only like half paying attention because I was talking. I don't see it anywhere here. Oh, hypnosis. Okay. Maybe that just didn't show up because we can only use it in battle. Which makes me wonder, oh, you know what? Telepathy. Like, you know, that's like reading people's minds. So I wonder if maybe we can go up to a person and use the telepathy ability on them. Next person I see, I'm gonna have to test that out. So when you notice we're fighting like a hippie here, and we were fighting some guy named Wally before. That's a staple of the Mother franchise, is that you're not fighting like knights and dragons or whatever, you're just fighting like everyday people. So he used the bullhorn. You're a disgrace to your mother. It was effective. Ninten's guts fell by 11. So that's little things like that. That's what this game is, right? It's like a comedy RPG like that, where it's definitely subverting your expectations if you're coming in having played Final Fantasy or something. Very similar to Undertale in that way, which if you're not familiar with one of these games, I'm sure you've heard of Undertale, as it's one of the bigger indie games that come out in the last few years. So we have a snake here. I just want to look at what some of this stuff does, since I haven't actually checked it. Maybe I should check the snake. Snake. Offense 6, defense 8. It isn't poisonous, possibly. Snake attacks. Okay, so that did use a turn, which I expected, but that's a useful thing to have. I'm wondering what auto does. I'm assuming it just auto fights, but I just want to see. Yep, it's just auto fighting. I'm going to assume that's an addition to the Anniversary Edition, because Earthbound didn't have that. And if this game had that, I can't imagine that they would have just not brought it forward. At least I don't remember Earthbound having it. It's been almost a little over 5 years since I played Earthbound, so my memory is not super fresh on it. My future plans on this channel, actually, I want to play through the whole Mother series. I just kind of want to, I don't know about marathon through them all. I might like break it up with some other games, but I've never played Mother 3 and I've always really wanted to. But I would rather just play them in order, because like I said, it's been a while since I played Earthbound. So I'm definitely planning to play through all of them, and then after that I also want to go through Undertale, since it's kind of in the same vein, and I want to play through the True Pacifist and the Genocide routes in Undertale. Other games I'm planning to play, like I definitely want to play Pokemon Coliseum, because I'm actually trying on my own time to do a get a complete national dex in, so we're in Cream Puff Zoo now. Okay. I think this is where the guards told us to go. Was over by the zoo, or was it by the cemetery? I can't remember, but the enemies aren't very difficult here. So I would imagine we're going in the right direction, unless the Anniversary Edition really makes it that much easier, which I guess is possible. But yeah, I definitely want to play Pokemon Coliseum, because on my own time I'm trying to get the complete National Dex on Gen 3, and then bring it up to Gen 4, then do the National Dex on Gen 4, bring it up to Gen 5, etc. until I have them all the way up into Sword and Shield, the current games at the time of recording this. And in order to just get the National Dex complete on Gen 3, at least as much as you can, like excluding Mythicals, it's easiest to play Coliseum and XD, Gale of Darkness. But they're not, I don't remember them being great games, so I kind of want to explore that on this channel, to kind of go back to them fresh. Like I barely played Coliseum when I was a kid, but I remember not liking it very much, so I kind of want to like revisit them on this channel, so people can see my fresh thoughts on it, since it would be basically a blind playthrough of them. I'm a huge Pokemon fan, so maybe it'd be interesting to see somebody who's experienced with the franchise go through those games for the first time. So this is a new enemy. Let's see how hard he is. We might have gone too far. Ooh, 9 HP. That's a lot. Ooh, and I'm only doing 2. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and use Life Up here. Whoops. Oh yeah, he's doing a lot of damage. Alright, I recovered 32 here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to run. Yeah, he poisoned me. Alright, that might be really bad. I don't have anything that can cure poison. I highly doubt that the bread does. I never read Gramps' diary, I just remembered. Let me use this. Most of the diary is unreadable, but one part did stand out. The password? Where is the god's tale? That which the ship that soars the heavens abandoned? Awesome. Very helpful. So we're at 34 HP. Let's see what the poison's doing to us. Because I don't know how poison works in this game. 32, so it's taking 1 HP every time it flashes. I don't know if it'll wear off or if it'll kill us. Like if this was one of those original Pokemon games of the time, it's just gonna kill us. But also remember we're playing the Anniversary Edition, so they might have tweaked it. I think our best bet is trying to go down here somewhere. I didn't try this bridge, did I? I don't remember. It doesn't look like it matters much. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna make it to a town before dying. I keep pressing start to try to look at our health here. I need to be pressing A. Okay. I'm using this Super Nintendo controller, so I'm also kind of getting my buttons mixed up since this is an NES game. Okay, this is where we were way earlier. Just did it again. Sorry about that. I'm down to 12 HP now. I can still use Life Up. I just worry that we're going to run into an enemy. So I really want to find a town. I'm just kind of... I know we haven't really gotten anywhere in this episode. I've just been kind of exploring to see where we can go. So we were at Cream Puff Zoo. I think we're at Mother's Day. But yeah, I'm less interested in where we're supposed to go first right now. I think we were too far. But I'm more interested in just finding out where it's possible to go right now. In this first episode, and then we'll try to make some progress, some hard progress, probably the next episode. Oh, you know what? I should probably check these birds instead of talking to them. Oh no. No problem. No problem. Okay, so nothing. Talk. Wonder if I can use telepathy on them. Nothing happened. I also wonder if telepathy is using my Psy. Guess I'm gonna test it. Ooh, yeah, it did. Okay, so I need to be more careful with that. So this looks like the cemetery, which I think somebody mentioned. Unless I'm just making that up. Nobody is there. Sure seemed like somebody was there. I wonder if this is where the poltergeists are coming from. We gotta really pay attention to our health here. We're at 21. One random encounter could take us down if it's with an enemy that's too strong. Let's talk to this guy. Nice weather today, but what does it matter? Amen, man, amen. It doesn't really seem like there's much we can do. Maybe this big one in the middle here we can do something with, no problem. Nobody is there. Nobody is there, no problem. So yeah, we can't do anything with these, it looks like. I wonder if we're supposed to do something on this block up here that's a different color, because it was the only one that let us interact with it a little bit. I don't know what we would do here. There's no goods we have to use on it, as far as I can tell. I think I can toss this. No, I can't. I wonder what I'm supposed to do with that basement key since I already used it. Well, I'm not really sure where to go here. Let's go out of the cemetery. I'm gonna have to use life up again. I really am hoping to not die here. Life up used, I think that was 3 PP, so you definitely can't use it again. Have the bread in an emergency. I think what I'm gonna do is see if I can make it back to that town where there was an inn, and then maybe I can ask around there a little more, see if there's any more hints on what I'm supposed to be doing to make progress. I know this game is it's a pretty cryptic game, and I think that's more a product of its time rather than like the intent, you know. Like, it's a lot of games that came out on the NES were pretty cryptic. Canary Village ahead. I don't think this is where I was originally. Was it? Maybe it was. This says Mother's Day. Is Canary Village and Mother's Day, like, are they the same thing or something? I don't know. But what I do know is we're really close to that inn. So let's hope we can make it there. Got 6 more flashes. 1, 2. Oh wait, I think this is a whole other town. No, okay, this is the same town. I might have to use that bread if I can't make it. 2. Ooh, I don't know if I can make it to the counter. I don't know if I want to risk it. Alright, I'm gonna risk it, and then if I can, I'm just gonna rewind. Talk, welcome, okay. Oh, $39. Jeez, we have $0. Oh man. Well, I'm going to die. Or maybe not. Either way, I'll walk around for a second, see if I die. If I do, I'll come back here, so we can start here on the next episode. So I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Obviously I'm just starting out, so if you could subscribe, like, comment, all of that, very helpful. I'd love to read your comments. I'll comment back to them. And also don't forget to check out my other channel, Mr. Gaming Beard, if you're enjoying this, where I play games with some other people. And I'll probably play games with some other people on this one eventually too. But yeah, see you guys next time.